And if Mong actually takes it, that's going to be very interesting because basically, you know, Brittany and Zero are the other players in the group. Brittany basically just like a random Afrika guy who's, to be honest, not that good, at least as far as these guys go. So I wasn't really expecting him to go that far. Oh wait, I can change back to this. Hey, you guys can see me. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting Brittany to make it out. I basically expect him to go out 0-2. But Zero, that means, in the final match, could potentially face Killer, which I don't actually know. Would it be more difficult for Zero to face Killer or to face Mong? I think they'd both be ridiculously hard. Anyway, looks like we're going straight into game number 2 here. Sorry, I'll try not to mouse over the VOD. Anyway. And we are going on, I believe... What is this? Is this Electric Circuit? Oh, this might actually be Electric Circuit. It is in fact Electric Circuit. Ah, would you look at that? Alright, sweet. So in the top right position as the red Terran, we will have Mong. Oh, let me update that. Let me update the score as well. Alright, sweet. So yeah, top right position, we have Mong. Bottom left, we have Killer. Killer now down 0-1. If Mong wins this, he goes on to the winner's match. If Killer wins, we'll go on to game 3 on Fighting Spirit. Now this is actually really awesome for Mong because Electric Circuit is a slightly slightly Terran favored map in this matchup. I believe it is 60% in favor of Terran in the Pro League stats, Pro League / OSL or whatever other league used it. I don't know, was it using OSL? I think it was. I'm not really sure. That was a while ago. Anyway. So the interesting thing, I guess mainly about this map is, well, I think 2 things. So one, it's completely flat. There's basically no high ground except kind of in the back of your main, but that doesn't come into play too much unless there's some kind of crazy cheese. And the other feature, of course, is the protected mineral only in your back, which is in fact on that high ground, and which leads to a backdoor into your main, blocked by a bunch of stacked temple thingamajiggers. Can never remember what the actual building is. But well, I think part of the reason why it's favored for Terran in this matchup is that mineral only actually helps the Terran a lot more than the Zerg. The Zerg kind of you know, is thinking a lot more about that extra gas base. Oh, it looks like we have a pause from Mong here for whatever reason. Not sure. But yeah, so the mineral only doesn't actually help Zerg that much. Sure, they can build a couple extra hatcheries, maybe make some extra Zerglings. You know, it's fine, but it's not amazing. But in fact, for Terran, when they're going bio, which, you know, the majority of cases they are. Whoa! Hello. Looks like there was some technical... I was warned that there were some technical issues with the original stream here, from which we're using the VOD, so... Yeah, hopefully things are going okay. Looks like Mong might have some technical issues. So yeah, when the Terran goes for mass bio, they actually are consuming a lot more minerals than gas. And so I think the extra mineral base actually helps the Terran out quite a bit more here. I mean, you can happily just take that mineral only as your third and just keep pumping vessels with the 2 gas that you have in your main or natural, and then just add a whole bunch of extra medic marine. And if you have decent control of that with that SK Terran style, it is extremely strong. Anyway, I can actually potentially skip forward a little bit here. Not sure if I should try. All right, let's see. Huh? Whoa! Okay, that was quick. Shit! No, go back! Alright, apparently this only lasts for like 10 seconds, so I should just not touch it. Okay! There we go. Let's take a sip of water then, while we chill. Hey, okay, we're back. Sweet. Man, production values are sick now for Sonic. Look at this. You know, it's not like the his King of the Hill tournament thingamajigger where, you know, it's just him sitting at the computer doing all the obsing and doing all the scene changes and stuff, and and like, you know, instead of actually just transitioning into his intro video, he would literally on the stream just open the video file in a media player. It was really funny. It's kind of like ghetto stream, but this is really nice. Anyway, doop-a-doop-a-doo. Looks like we have a, I think that was just normal 12 hatch opening with the third hatchery, which is normally just a macro hatchery, being placed at that third base. Just to get, you know, since you're going to make it anyway, might as well stick it over there, get a couple extra minerals. Meanwhile, Mong has just opted for the 1-Rax expand opening yet again here. That is absolutely fine, absolutely safe. The mineral line on Electric Circuit, I think, is also a little bit easier to defend than on many other maps. In fact, you can see it's primarily pressed against the edge of the map, whereas if you compare it to a map like Fighting Spirit, it's very, very exposed and there's a cliff behind it, so it's much easier for you to harass. I guess that's another thing that sort of helps Terran against Zerg on this map. Curiously, these Marines are going down here to the bottom right. I think they're Overlord hunting. They're not quite close to the Overlord. You can see it on the minimap. It's kind of floating over top right, in the top right direction, but yeah, those Marines I'm pretty sure are looking for that Overlord. Anyway, so SCV guy is just poking around the main base. Not going to see too much here. You know, this is basically a different style that Killer's doing here, going for 3-hatch, presumably 3-hatch Muta, and not 2-hatch Muta, although Lurkers on Electric Circuit are less uncommon than on other maps. Does that count as a double negative if I say less uncommon? Because less is not really a negative, is it? Less uncommon. I think that's fair. I don't think that counts as double negative. Ha! Whatever, I'm sure some grammar nerd will come in here and tell me what's up. Anyway, this SCV is doing a good job staying alive. Meanwhile, the 5 Marines are actually, I assume, still Overlord hunting. Mong really wants to kill an Overlord. I don't know how good of an idea this is because unupgraded Marines, you know, no range, no stim, no medics, no nothing, are quite vulnerable. They do seem to be running quite fast. Is that just me? Are they like running really, really fast? Maybe it's because of the resolution or something? Every time I look at the Marines, I think they have stim, but it's just not possible for them to have stim right now. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're just like really buff Marines. Anyway, funnily enough, Killer's actually poked in here with 2 Zerglings and not seen that many Marines. So if I was Killer, I'd be a little bit curious about that. But it looks like he's going to see the other Marines as they come back here. So now he's going to know, oh, okay, they were just goofing off on the map trying to find some Overlords. By the way, Mong has again managed to avoid making a bunker at his front, which is pretty awesome, I gotta say. Most Zergs do make bunkers nowadays. Or sorry, most Zergs, most Terrans. But Mong is just, you know, pretty confident in that he knows what's going on, I guess. Knowing that there's no huge attack coming, and even if there was, I guess he'd have good enough reaction time to defend. And oh no, just as I say that, he does actually build a bunker. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Excuse me. He has actually built a bunker. Okay. Wasn't that much of a badass. Anyway, we do see a, I guess technically a 4th base for Killer at that 9 o'clock, but I don't really count the mineral only as a complete base, because it's really the gas bases that kind of determine the pace of the Zerg's strategy. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it a 3rd base. Might be slightly confusing. I hope that's alright. I'll probably switch back and forth because, you know, I just suck and I won't be able to keep it straight in my head. But yes, it's important to note that it's the fact that it's a 3rd gas base that's important. In the meantime, we got the den going on. Yeah, it's all pretty standard. You get that around about when you get your 3rd base here. So he's going to get some Lurkers out. The initial mutas will basically just be to keep the Terran away from that 3rd, allow it to stay alive. Similar in idea to the 2-hatch muta from last game, but just not quite as aggressive. You don't need to really do the significant amount of damage because your Lurkers are going to be up fairly quickly to help defend that base. In the meantime, I didn't really talk about what Mong was doing. Mong has, I believe, essentially just done a fast +1 attack, 4-axe opening. I didn't actually notice what he did last game. I was too focused on what Killer was doing. I'll try to pay a bit more attention to Mong here. Yeah, so he's going to be focused on getting a lot of Medic Marine, upgraded Medic Marine out fairly quickly, and just try and put some more pressure on the Zerg. Be a little bit more aggressive. I don't think he'll have quite as many siege tanks as quickly as last game. But we shall see here. Curiously, the mutas have actually hit before turrets are covering the barracks, which is oftentimes quite a bad situation for Terran. But in this case, Mong actually just has enough Marines to defend it anyway that it's not a huge deal. I mean, he is losing some Marines, but you know, he has enough to defend, and also the barracks are not actually near to any high ground. so the mutas can't really abuse it. You can see they're a little bit farther away from those edge cliffs. If this was a different map like Heartbreak Ridge, where your barracks actually are quite close to a cliff, or Match Point I think is probably a better example, I think that would have been a lot more dangerous. But as it stands, Mong is A-okay. So, looks like, uh-oh, is Killer going for a backstab or a surround? Oh, he's going for, oh, looks like he can't make up his mind. He is not sure what he wants to do. That is bad. If you're going for a move like this, you have to commit one way or another. You have to be decisive. You know, decisively picking the wrong choice in that situation is still usually better than indecisively picking the correct choice, or what would have been the correct choice if you had, you know, picked it faster, basically. I hope that makes sense. Basically, you know, don't be a pussy. Just commit to it, you know? I mean, you don't wanna be going on Team Liquid making a girl blog about whether you should backstab the Terrence Natural or not, because that's sort of what happened there. Anyway, it looks like he did clean up that initial group, but that was in fact just more of a scouting party there, not the main force. The main force is now coming in the back, but Killer does have lurkers out, so he's probably fine. Yep, he's gonna be okay. Mong's aware of it, and he's getting vessels. No, he's not. His science facility is not done yet, but he will be getting vessels shortly. So that Marine Force is pushed back, but not really even scaring Killer that much, or, you know, maybe the sun can bleed a little bit, but that's alright. And now the Hive is on the way. I guess the cross map position make it a little bit more difficult for Mong to threaten Killer with this army. He's got to walk, not only does he have to walk a longer distance, but if he walks the shortest path between the bases, aka walks through the middle of the map on Electric Circuit is actually quite open, so he has to be really careful about getting surrounded and stuff. That might be why he opted for this the Fast +1 Mass Marine strategy, just so he has a bit of a beefier army going into the mid game here. You can see his Medic Marine count is actually quite good. So that will help kind of keep him safe as he walks across the map. Meanwhile, it's like a random Marine at the bottom does see the Mutilating Force kind of threatening a backstab. Anyway, it's all good. So the final mount is on the way. And again, look at that mini-map. Man, Killer having really good map spread. Oh man, that is just so beautiful to look at. I don't know what's up with me today. I seem to be just like, you know, praising Killer non-stop right here. I mean, yeah, this guy is amazing, but, you know, where's the normal anti-Zerg Sayle? I don't know what happened. He's just feeling in a nice Zergy mood today or something. Kind of weird. Anyway, maybe I should enjoy it, because there's so many strong Terrans in Salzman now. The Zergs might not last that long in SSL. So yeah, I guess enjoy it while it lasts. Although I'm fairly confident Killer will do decently well in SSL. Anyway, looks like the Terran army is moving out here. They have managed to safely traverse the middle of the map. If they can get across this little bridge thing, it's a little bit harder to flank them, unless Killer kind of goes all the way around the back. So that'll be quite nice. The finalists should be coming out soon, although Consume might still be a little ways off here. Actually, not 100% sure how the timing is. I mean, we saw the den, sorry, not the den, the Defiler Mound being placed, and it looks like, ooh, actually we're gonna have the Siege Tank start to, oh no, looks like he just took a pot shot there. Yeah, I didn't think he'd wait around there. Okay, the Defilers are out, no Consume just yet. Is he actually gonna try and break these down, or is he just gonna go for the natural? I think it makes more sense to just go for the natural. And, oh, Lurkers being a bit of a threat here. Wait, we had a D-Matrix. Yo, go back to the action, man. Yo, we're doing something. Oh, man, the Lurkers are all dying. Oh, no, this is really horrible for Killer. Even if he gets the Dark Swarm now, it doesn't matter because his Lurkers are all dead. Oh, but there's Guardians. Suddenly, Guardians. And with that high ground, he will be okay. No. Why did you Dark Swarm? No, Mong. Mong, go back into the Swarm. The Swarm will protect the Marines from the Guardian fire, although I think there were still Lings under there, so maybe that's not a good idea. But if he had like a couple more Fire Bats, he could have actually just sat underneath the Dark Swarm, and the Fire Bats would have killed all the Zerglings, and the Guardians would have done no damage. But it looks like that idea was too crazy and Mong went back. It's probably a better idea not to try that. Every time I see Dark Storm and Guardians, I really want the Terran to just abuse it like that, but it is oftentimes not a good idea. Okay, so the Guardians have saved the day. which is interesting. Normally it's the Defilers who save the day, but in this case it was the Guardians. And while all this was going on, Killer's actually got another base at the top left main, which is really awesome. Mong has only just started his backman only, so Killer's actually gonna have a really nice economic advantage here. And he's actually fleshed out his tech, his high level tech as well. He's got both the Guardians and the Defilers. He hasn't got the Ultralisk Cavern yet, but I think that's okay. The way the bases are actually structured on this map, if you just like scoot around the perimeter of the map with Guardians, it's pretty annoying because like the 12 and the 6, basically like the side bases are pretty easy to just get sieged down by Guardians. Meanwhile, I mean, Mong's goofing around here with his army, but with Dark Swarm on the map, and if Killer just, you know, has okay positions, there's very little that Mong can actually do. Looks like Mong has actually found the top left base zone and is forced to cancel, which is going to be really nice. So he's keeping the Zerg economy in check. Really doesn't want that fourth gas to get up. If that fourth gas gets up and Mong doesn't even have his own third gas yet, then that's just going to be very, very difficult to play against with all of the hive options becoming available to Killer. In the meantime, looks like Killer thinking about taking the 6 o'clock instead. We do have a drop loaded up here. Could go for some action in the back, especially that mineral-only base, quite vulnerable. But again, Killer just has such great map vision that he's going to immediately see what's going on. Whoa, we have 3 Wraiths here. Oh, I guess that sort of makes sense considering they were Guardians. But still kind of funny just to see 3 random Wraiths. Oi! Boom! Oh wow, there's actually another drop at the left side. Alright, so that one got killed. This one's going to force a cancel on the 6 o'clock, which, you know, isn't the end of the world for Killer, but it's slightly annoying, I guess. And it looks like that dropship is going to skedaddle. It's probably going to get back to the Marines before it gets scourged. Oh man, whoa, whoa! Yeah, don't protect the dropship with the vessel. That's incorrect. That is not the correct logic. Anyways, this is going to get cleaned up. So this is interesting, because, you know, with the Dark Swarm, it's difficult for Terran to make too much headway into the Zerg base, and they have a cross map as well, which just gives both of them a lot more space to maneuver and to breathe. So I think we're just going to see this kind of, you know, the Bio army do a lot of skirmishes with the Zerg, but Mong's probably just going to go for that late game mech transition that Terrans tend to do in TVZ. To be honest, I'm not sure how great it is on Electric Circuit. I think it's pretty good. I think it is pretty good. I haven't seen any factories yet, but I don't know. I assume he's going to do that. Maybe not. He's not doing it yet. Maybe he's got to wait for his third gas. He doesn't. Yeah, okay. He doesn't have his third gas yet. He probably has to wait for that. Probably has to wait for his fourth gas, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a Terran. I'm just making shit up. I don't even play this game. No, I do. Sort of. Maybe. There's 5 fire rats there. That's exciting. Okay. By the way, someone is asking me to change the resolution. And someone else pointed out that it's in fact a VOD. Yes, I have no control over resolution, quality settings, anything basically. Oh, I have control over the volume. I can do that. Oh man, I will change the volume all day for you guys. That's what you want. I'm all over that. But I can't change anything else. So, it looks like a bit of attack here. Again, getting deflected by that good old Dark Swarm. Meanwhile, a couple of Lings going over to conveniently not attack that 3 o'clock command center. These, on the other hand, are going to attack the hatchery. Wow, they've actually done a lot more damage than I thought was possible from Wraiths. But then they're going to die. So that's not good. And we're going to have a triple drop. And good thing Guardians can't shoot air. They're just gonna spawn camp the dropships. Wherever your Marines are dropped, there will be 7 Guardians. Or is that 8 Guardians? There will be a large number of Guardians killing your stuff. But it looks like the drop's going in. And in fact, only 1 dropship died, which is awesome. But the Marines don't look like they're going to live very long. Oh, they're going to try getting the spawning pool. I think they're going to get it too. They will in fact get the spawning pool. They might even get the Greatest Spire, which would be really horrible actually for Killer. No, I don't think it's going to die. Alright, so that hatchery gets finished off by some Mariners. And well, that's alright because it wasn't actually doing anything. And the 6 o'clock's finished anyway, and it's going to be protected by Nidus. So essentially, it's what, 5 base to 4? Which is also 4 gases to 3 because each of them has a mineral only base. So basically even economically. Whoa, this is gonna be bad. Oh man, those are gonna die. Oh god, those were probably both full. I think only like 2 units dropped from each. Wow, that was pretty painful for Mong. A plague! Did he just plague 2 of his own lurkers? Man, that second plague was awful, Killer. First plague was cool. Second plague, man, he hit like 2 marines and 2 lurkers. That was terrible. All right, I'll forgive you, Killer. You're a cutie pie. Okay. So the Guardians are still goofing off around the bottom right. It looks like they're moving up to the 3 o'clock. See, now that's the kind of thing I was talking about. If you look on the minimap, there's like a little bit of space. And by space, I mean like literally like outer space, because, you know, it's like one of those space platform maps. I don't know what this tile set is called, actually. But basically, there's a nice little area that the Guardians can sit on where the Marines can't touch them. And they can assault the base, although this is not the way to do it. Man, split your dudes! What are you doing? Split your dudes! Alright. See? You see what I'm saying? See, it's like, it's outer space. It's some space, but it's also outer space. Okay, I'll stop. But anyway, this is really annoying for Mong. He's probably gonna have to use a couple more irradiates if he really wants to deal with this. Oh man, he's wasting Marines. I don't know why he's doing that. Just irradiate it, man. It's fine. Or I guess Killer's just not gonna pay attention. Hey, there we go. And he kills the irradiated one. Oh, it's always silly when that happens. Man, this is pretty intense. See, I knew these guys would give us some awesome TVZs. This is a pretty solid game here. And interestingly, Mong actually basically, you know, I said a little while ago how I thought Mong would just, you know, transition into mech because neither player really can actually outright kill each other right now. But actually, because of all the action that's happening, Mong actually just doesn't seem to have time, or even really the resources, because the 3 o'clock kept getting harassed, to actually make that mech switch. So I don't know. I mean, it could be partially intentional. You don't always see players do that. But I think a lot of this is just being forced upon him. And again, Ling's coming in here to the 3 o'clock, having to lift that command center off. I believe he's making another command center at the 12, but I'm not sure if that's finished yet. He's actually transferring SCVs over there, so I assume that's done. 4 dropships now moving out again. If that drop goes into the main or something, that could be pretty devastating, but he's got to be careful again. We've seen him lose a couple of full dropships already. If he loses, you know, 2 or 3 of those dropships without actually unloading, that would just be absolutely devastating. And I believe Killer has seen it. Actually, well, I'm not sure. No, it looks like the drops are going to go in here. Lings and a couple of Hydras and a Lurker camping underneath, but that drop is going to go in. It looks like one of the dropships is not dropping, or maybe it was just empty. Fake dropship. Maybe, I don't know what that was about, but anyway, here we go. A pretty big Marine force moving in, but he's not really microing it properly. Oh, man, and it looks like it's just going to get cleaned up here. Not doing nearly as much damage as I thought. Meanwhile, though, he's also going down to the 6 o'clock. He's taking down the Nidus Canal. The Nidus Canal falls, which means there's only 1 Lurker and 2 Hydras defending the space. The 4 Sunken colonies are there, but Sunkens are not that effective against Medic Marine. They're actually mainly there to buy time for the rest of the Zerg army to get there, which it is getting there now, and it looks like Killer, his main army, was actually close enough to defend his space. A good idea by Mong to try that, you know, distraction, semi-distraction tactic with the dropships and then go for the 6 o'clock, but it looks like Killer was just a little bit too on top of things, and now look at how much stuff Killer has. Mong seems to be on the ropes here. The 3 o'clock base is not mining. His main is natural are mined out. I think he's basically got his mineral only and sort of the 12, but not even the 12. The 12 is now going to get shut down. Mong is going to be starving for minerals here. He's got to figure something out here. He's not even pulling the SCVs. He's just letting them get slaughtered. He certainly cannot fight against cracklings with those. He just has to run. But man, Mong is getting starved out right now, and there's not too much he can do about it. No way for him to really move, you know, to attack the Zerg with all those dark swarms all over the place. And oh no, he's even misfiring a little bit, just losing some of his units randomly in the middle of the map. I think this is going to be lights out. GG from Mong. And Killer evens up the score 1-1. Whew! Man, look at how tired Mong is. That's my face right now. Damn! Ugh. Alright, I'll have some light water. Whoops! That is not the right screen. Whoa, shit! That's not the right screen either! Alright, that's the right screen. My bad. That's my bad. It's all the same. Any chance for live casts? Yes, Mr. Ro32. All the Saturday games I'll be doing live. It's just I can't do the Thursday ones live because I'm at work. Because they start at like 10 a.m. for me, so. So yeah, it's that.